Hey guys, what's going on? Reside 34 base review. I know, it's rad. Anyways, I'm actually here to ask you guys for your opinion. I know I have very few subscribers. That's cool. Whatever. Don't really care. I do it for fun. But you guys all know from my Forza videos, etc., that I'm really into like cars and stuff. And as you can see behind me, I just graduated college. So I am rewarding myself by buying not my first fun car, but like my first serious fun car, because I've had a couple 240 SXs. You guys know that. I would love to get another one in the future and make like a dedicated track car out of it. But I'm looking to upgrade my DD basically. I want to get rid of my daily driver and trade it in on something that can be a fun daily driver with plenty of potential. So as most of you already know, I'm in Florida. There's a lot of straight lines here, so it's not really the most curvy place. So corner carving car is whatever. I mean, I personally love corner carving. It's just there's not too many places you can go to do that. I do, however, love straight line performance, and recently, over the last year or so, my cousin and I, my cousin had begun upgrading his 2011 Mustang GT with the 5-liter Coyote. He went with bigger injectors, E85, full suspension, full bolt-ons basically, like exhaust, intake, and a professional dyno tune, like a serious dyno tune. And he ended up making a decent amount of power for bolt-ons, and that thing just rips, and it sounds super nasty. And that leads me to asking for your opinion here. So, my qualifications for this search. I have around $25,000 budget. It has to be a car that is from 2008 and above, as I'm financing it from the bank. It has to be under 100,000 miles. Personally, if I'm paying a car payment or making a payment on something, I've had cash cars like for a long time, and I love cash cars. I'll buy a 100,000 mile cash car. What I won't do is make payments on a 100,000 mile car. Like, yeah, I know it'd be super sick to buy a C6 Corvette or something like that, but I'm not going to buy one with 90K and 18,000 and make payments on some shit that's going to be at 170. That's cool, but at the same time, it's just when you hop into one of those, it doesn't feel like when you hop into a car that's aged. It doesn't feel like fresh and new. It feels kind of tired, and as my daily, I just want to hop into something, rip on it, plan for mods, not plan for maintenance. Which I have no problem. I'm mechanically pretty proficient, so I don't really mind doing maintenance, whatever. But anyways, so here's the options that I'm currently looking at right now. FRS BRZ. And the reason why I'm considering an FRS BRZ is because I do love that it's basically like a new 240. I know that's I don't take that as an insult or not, but I consider it that way. I know the suspension geometry is a little bit different, and I know it's got direct injection, the motor's not that great, but I think that in the next, 5 years or so, it's going to be the hot swappable car. It already has begun to start following that trend as more people are breaking through with 2JZ swaps and LS1, etc. I feel like in the next 5 years or so, they're going to be like the car to buy for cheap and swap the shit out of them. So I'm thinking maybe now might be the time to buy one that's a single owner used one or something like that with like 30-40K on it, right? And hang on to that shit, swap it later on, which sounds pretty cool. I mean, who doesn't want a 2,000 pound Supra or something like that, I like the body. I like the car. I went and sat in one yesterday, and I really just wasn't impressed with the interior, though. It felt a little bit on the plastic, cheap side. It didn't feel like a $15,000 car. It felt like a $10,000 car. So the most I'm willing to pay for one of those would be like 15 grand maybe. Anyways, my other option I'm considering is a 2011 to 2014 Mustang GT. I'll consider a 15 to 16, but it would have to be a really good price, and the miles would have to be low enough. No offense to anybody who loves them. I think they have a fantastic interior. I love it. The body, to me, is just way too curvy. I'm a guy who likes sharp, aggressive lines. But the 2011 to 2014, I'm looking at specifically an auto. Manual for the FRS BRZ, but auto for the Mustang. The reason why is because I've done a bunch of research into the Mustangs and whatnot while helping out my cousin. And the auto is far superior than the, the MT 80 or MT 92 or 62. I can't remember the name of the manual transmission. It doesn't matter. It's not that great. I know they revised it in 2014 and stuff, and it's better now, but all the manual guys are going auto in terms of drag racing just because the auto is like a fucking super beefcake trans from the factory. It requires very little other than a stall, and you can go with an upgraded clutch pack within it later on if you're making serious power. But there's a lot of people running around with 800 horsepower on that trans stock, and it's pretty good. Anyway, so yeah, I'm considering that. The most I'd be willing to pay would be $23,000. But it would have to be very low miles, and it would have to be a specific color. I'm looking for red is my number one choice. I love red. Gunmetal. White I will consider. I love white, but my cousin has a white one, so I don't want to be straight up copycat, and that would just be kind of weird. I do love white though. And I like loud shit, like grabber blue. The green that they have is pretty sick. No black. That's my only. And we're back. I'm sorry about that. My phone was ringing. Forgot to turn it on silent. That was stupid. But anyways, so I'm in between the FRS and the Mustang. And then I have a couple offshoot options. So FRS, Mustang, which one do we choose? And then some of the other options I really like a lot. So I'm thinking number one side option, Pontiac G8. And the reason why I'm saying Pontiac G8 is it's basically the Chevy SS before they made the Chevy SS. It's a dope car. They look aggressive. They look super tight. It has the L76 in it, I believe. The GT, I think in the GXP it had the LS2, if I believe. And it's a nasty car. It's a nasty saloon, super saloon, friggin' sedan. They can make great power, but how tight is it to just put a cam in it and lope around a parking lot or lope in traffic in a fucking sedan, just ba 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 chopping, I fucking love cammed LSs. They sound super dope. They make great power. I love LS motors. They're fucking sweet. So yeah, Pontiac G8, which I have been looking for. Hard to find at the price point to mileage ratio I'm looking for. And then Evo 10. Evo 10 is one that I really want. If I find an Evo 10 before I find the Mustang, before I find the BRZ, FRS, or the G8, I'm going towards the Evo 10. I'm an Evo guy. I love Evos. I've always wanted an Evo 8, especially the Evo 9. I almost bought an Evo 9 before I started college, and I regret not buying it to this day because it was $20,000 and it had like 30K on the clock and it was white and it was fucking mint. It was a one-owner car and I'm an idiot for passing up on it. God, that was stupid. But I got scared and I pussied out because I was worried about paying for college. Anyways, I would love an Evo 9. That would be the greatest thing ever. But I digress. Evo 10 I would love as well. So it's just impossible though, and especially here in Florida, to find Evo 10s that aren't that aren't tastefully modified. Like, if I could say that. They're usually, like, most of the ones I've been seeing have had like questionable mods. Like, either cheap products were used or which is an indication to me that if the person bought cheap rims or cheap shit, then they probably were the same type of person to say like, oh fuck it, it's just engine oil, or oh fuck it, it's just a clutch. I can go with an AutoZone clutch or something like that, etc. And when you're buying a used high-performance car like that, I definitely don't want to be hopping into something that somebody cheaped out on. Or fuck a tune. I don't need a fucking tune if I installed injectors or did that. Or I can do a mail order tune. I'm sorry, but that's bullshit. I want real-time data. I want people that are taking care of it and they appreciate something. I don't want to get into somebody else's fucking headache. So it's hard to find a stock one, which would be absolutely ideal. Manual trans. No, I know the dual clutch is cool, but I like to drive. And so yeah, Evo 10, like, I would love that. I've been literally spamming the refresh button on Auto Trader, Craigslist, etc. to find a decent Evo 10 around here. Same qualification as the Mustang, no black. And then, so like other offshoot options, I was looking at Golf R's, like VW Golf R. It's pretty sick. They're around my price range. Like, I found them for like 24 grand. It was only 28K. It was blue. It's a 6-speed manual. It's all-wheel drive, lightweight, and turbo. It's pretty tight, actually. Like, I really like them a lot. The thing is I just haven't had really good experience with VWs. My sister had a VW, and I know 2 other people that had VWs, and they were seemed like they were just always something was breaking as soon as you fix the other thing. So I'm gonna have to do a little bit of background research. That's a little bit of uncharted territory for me, but I actually really like the body style a lot. That was a 2012. And I like the concept. Like, damn, 4-door, it's really small, it's lightweight, and it's all-wheel drive. Like, that sounds like a recipe for like just stupid fastness. And then I haven't been looking for WRXs or STIs. I did at first, but I mean, I don't know. I'm not really seeing any that look decent or are unmodified. And then I would love an S2000, but the problem is I have to choose an 08 and up, and the 08 S2000 is the last production year, so they're pretty expensive in comparison to mileage. So, I don't know about you guys. I love the S2000. I was about to buy one midway through college for like $8 grand or so, but it's a dope car, but it needs a hardtop, in my opinion. And I don't know if I'm willing to pay $25,000 for it. I know it's a collector's item. It's a fucking sweet ass car. It handles great. It actually rips. It's crazy. Like, everyone makes fun of VTEC, but the thing actually like pulls pretty decently. So, yeah. So that's some of the current things I'm looking at. If you have any suggestions, throw them out there. But basically, like, I'm either looking for straight line performance or longevity, and by longevity I mean it has the potential to make more power, or I'm looking for like something that's just really fun to rip on the way to work. All-wheel drive turbo sounds fucking lit, and I know like I could get a Genesis coupe and shit like that, but it's a Hyundai, and I like them. They look cool. I love the concept. It's basically like a modern SR20, even though it was made by Mitsubishi, sure. But it's like when you buy a really nice motor and like the questionable car. And I'm not saying anything to it. It would have to be like a really good price for me to consider it, like 10 grand and like 30,000 miles. Like I would definitely do it then. I would just try to make like 350 horsepower and be happy with it. I still might consider it. I have no problem with them. I just want I would go with the 2.0. But yeah, so, and then like Pontiac GTO also, that's another option, but I just think they look a little ugly. But yeah, let me know what you guys think, and I appreciate your help, your input, and sorry that I'm looking like this. I'm about to go to the gym, but I promise there's more Forza videos coming soon, more drifting, more Skyrims coming out soon, and then whatever 2017 has to offer game-wise, I will be playing as well. And who knows, maybe once I get something cool, I'll start auto vlogging, etc. And maybe I'll show you guys like a little bit into what I do, etc. And I work with like vintage motorcycles and shit like that, like cafe racers, bobbers, choppers, etc. I deal with parts. So I have a 72 CB350 that I would definitely love to show you. So thank you for checking this out, and make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and definitely give me your input down below, because I need your help. I'm a little on the fence, or maybe I'm blind right now and I'm just looking at those, like, being a little closed-minded and just considering those options when I could be looking at an option that you know of that might be even better or like perfect, and I just don't see it right now. So that's why I wanted to make this. Thank you very much, and have a good day. Peace out for show.